My name is Ranga, and I'm going to teach you how to flood your life with the most precious resource available to humans: joy. I've spent my youth and my career looking for joy. When I was a kid, I believed that studying hard and pleasing my parents would bring me joy. As I got older, I got disillusioned with school, and I thought that partying was the answer. So I became a frat star, cutting class, smoking weed, drinking 4 nights a week. And then I graduated. So of course that lifestyle started to get old and feel depressing. So I thought, okay, let me get up off my ass and develop a reputable career. So I worked for years at Fortune 500s like Bloomberg, JP Morgan, and Bristol Myers Squibb. And then of course, that started to feel stale. So I became an entrepreneur. I started my own companies and raised millions of dollars from VCs, again thinking that this would bring me joy. And yeah, this brought me some joy, but the joy never seemed to last. I would have moments of triumph, but far more moments of stress, worrying, and thinking that I just needed one more thing to accomplish before I could feel at ease. I remember after I had worked in the private banking industry for a couple years, I was really burned out. And so I thought, if I could just get a job in a different industry, I'll be able to relax. And then I got that job, and before long, I started thinking about getting promoted, and the promotion became what I needed to feel joyful. And then the promotion came, and it only took me a couple days, but I started to worry that I wasn't getting paid a fair salary for my role. And this is how it went for me. No matter what I accomplished, it seemed like there was something keeping me from being joyful. There was always unfinished business to attend to. And to make matters worse, working hard and playing hard had destroyed my health, my relationships, and my passion for life. If I had the courage to just slow down and look at myself, here's what I would have seen. I had developed debilitating migraines, alopecia, and chronic tension throughout my body. I had lost a relationship that meant so much to me, and I lacked the confidence and the conviction to really pursue my dreams. Now, to take a step back, throughout my life, I have been practicing meditation. And like most of you, I thought that meditation was about concentrating the mind and silencing all thoughts. And so I would sit for a few minutes every day and gain some semblance of clarity. But then I learned of a radically different approach to meditation that did not involve forcing the mind, but rather relaxing and letting go so profoundly that one enters into a realm of experience called Jhana. Jhana is extremely pleasurable and joyful. Think about the best moment in your life and imagine that the elation and euphoria of that moment spreads throughout your whole body. And instead of lasting for a few seconds, it stabilizes for hours. Now imagine that you can call upon that joy whenever you wanted, for as long as you wanted. This will give you a hint at what Jhana practice is like, but even the hint is not as good as the real thing. Jhana is extremely nourishing, restorative, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. And if that was all it was, that would be enough to make it a worthy pursuit. But it's more than that. Jhana can help us improve the areas of our lives that really matter to us. As I started to gain the ability to access Jhana frequently, it gave me the capacity to let go of the things that were harming me. I cut out shitty food and alcohol, weed, clubbing, staying up late at night. And I'm not saying that these things are wrong for everyone, but they were certainly preventing me from being present with what really mattered to me. I lost 50 pounds of weight and became healthy. I rekindled my relationship with my then girlfriend, now wife, and I gained the confidence to finally pursue my dream job, which is teaching you how to find Jhana. Now, the really remarkable thing about making these changes is that it was easy. I had tried to be disciplined before, but I could never stick to a diet plan or exercise or career plan for too many months without falling off. But this time was different. This time I was able to let go of the things that were harming me without feeling a second of FOMO because I had something better. And so do you. Right here, right now, as you listen to this, you have the ability to find Jhana jhanic joy within you. This is our birthright as human beings. Jhana is so natural and accessible that even a child can experience it. And you can learn how to become what I call a joy connoisseur. You can flavor the present moment in whatever form it takes with the taste of joy. Now, earlier I mentioned how I spent my life looking for joy, but here's what I've come to realize. Looking for joy externally when we have jhanic joy within us is like going outside to forage for berries and nuts when we have a Thanksgiving feast waiting for us inside our own home. Go home to your inner joy and dig in. And you don't have to take my word for this, you can experience it directly. Jhana has been described in many religions, but it is not a religious experience. So it doesn't matter what your age, religious background, or level of experience with meditation is. Millions of people across thousands of years have experienced the joy of jhana simply by learning how to develop the conditions that give rise to it. Someone once asked the Buddha, what is jhana dependent on? And his answer was happiness. Now this is really important. It's almost like you have nothing to lose. The worst case scenario for you if you try to develop jhana is that you miss the mark and you become more happy. A more likely scenario is that you develop happiness so that it spills over into jhanic happiness, which is at a much higher level and is very distinct. Now today, a lot of people are talking about mindfulness, which is awesome, but mindfulness when it's done right leads us to jhana. And unfortunately, the vast majority of people that I speak to are practicing a watered down version of mindfulness that undercuts their progress and does not result in jhana. But nobody tells us this stuff. I was fortunate enough to learn from some of the best meditation teachers in the world, and I want to share what I've learned with you. I draw on my 20 years of meditation practice and 3.5 years of teaching experience to show people how to become better at being joyful. To get started, go to meditatewithranga.com and take our free online course and start to learn how to flood your life with joy.